What's going on, everybody? Like my co-host over there ran off, don't it?
No great interest.
I hear you. What's going on, B? How you doing, brother?
Doing great, man. Doing great.
Well, I tell you what, man, it's been an interesting week this weekend.
Yes, it has.
Today we knocked out the Hamlet Senior Center. Had a really good time talking with all them people in there, man. They were interactive. Everything was great. What'd you think about it? Did you have fun today?
Yeah. I mean, it was a pretty good time. I mean, got basically some stories from some of the seniors there, some experiences they've had.
What is up, Mr. Jason, PM? Yep, PIMP.
Pimp.
What's up, Mr. Eldon, Mac and Bill? Miss Donna, good to see y'all in there. But yeah, tomorrow starts the Hamlet Ghost Walk. First time we did Hamlet, y'all. Gonna be amazing. We got some good guests coming down. David Taylor from Our Haunted Lives is gonna be going live with us. It's gonna be an amazing weekend, 2-day event. People who's bought tickets, you're gonna have a great time, I promise you. And there is a couple tickets left, but not very many. We actually had to up some of them for tomorrow because people wanted in and we didn't have no room, but we made room. So, what is going on, Lost Souls, Mr. Darrell? But today we got a very special guest. Well, guest, plural. This is a team that I seen through the world's largest ghost hunt and met through Mr. Rob over at Get Haunted Network. And I looked at their page, Brian, and I kind of seen what they were up to and was really impressed, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
I like what they were doing. Really good team, you know. So we just going to bring them out. We'll start one by one. Let's go with This is Raven Investigators of the Paranormal, Miss Jennifer and Zach.
Hey guys,
What's going on?
what's going on? Thanks for having us on the show.
No problem. No problem.
Anytime.
Y'all from
All
my
right. And then
hometown.
can't wait to meet them. That's right, yo. Watch it, brother. Good people, I'm telling you.
Thank you so much.
These people might be coming in Parafam. Be careful.
That's right.
And we also got they got one of their names on there. That's Brittany and who?
Amanda.
Brittany and Amanda. Let's bring them up. Looks like there they are.
Yep, there they are. They look a little frozen.
Yeah, look like they lagging just a little bit. They must be on some of that North Carolina Wi-Fi.
No, actually, they're in Somerville, so
Mm.
Somerville area.
Yeah, we had to upgrade ours to 1 gig just to quit lagging.
Yeah, I had to do the same with mine. We had to go up to the highest tier I could possibly get. So,
Yeah.
and it seems to be doing better. There's Amanda.
Hey.
Nice, Amanda.
What's up?
What's going on?
So let's start this out, Jennifer. If you want to tell everybody who y'all are and what y'all do, what you about, roll with it.
All right. Well,
Pass me
my
for
name is Jennifer. I'm the founder and lead investigator of Raven Investigations of the Paranormal. I've been investigating for quite a while with several. You start out with one big team when I moved here to South Carolina and decided it was met a lot of interesting people. Learned so much from these people. Jack Kenna's kind of became my mentor. And anyway, so as time went on, I decided it's time for me to do my own thing. I was promoting everybody else, and everybody has their ways of doing things. So anyway, long story short is I decided to form along with a good friend of mine, Teresa Davis. We got together and decided really for me to go full force and start Raven Investigations of the Paranormal. So when they come back, I'll let Zach introduce himself.
Hey, yeah, I'm Zach. I'm another investigator on the team. I'm also her son, but I've been taking more of the video editing side of things and also filming a little bit. Amanda on our team, she kind of does more of the filming of it. She seems to really enjoy it, but I try to do the majority of the editing if I can. So she also does some too. So yeah.
He's our production manager, and then of course we have when they come on, I'll let them introduce themselves. We're the four board members. We grew so fast. I literally just started the team in June, and it's just taken off. Of course, and I know so many people, and I'm the network. I get out and I like to meet people and learn new things and whatnot. So we will do private home investigations, which I've done, one, and have a few more that have inquired. But our big thing is I like to investigate the smaller, less known locations. I like to promote those locations, promote and preserve the history of those locations, get them out there, because a lot of people don't know about these locations. Like we investigated Pickens Museum. They were not really on the map until all of a sudden we signed up, and it seems to be, the locals were coming by, stopping by and saying hello. That was an amazing event. So we just kind of like to help promote those places and learn the history, and you see what's there and research. And like I said, we try to film, document, and research. So that's a big part of what we do.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's the same way with the Hamlet Train Depot. Other than local people, nobody really even knew it existed. They didn't know. Even the local people didn't even know it was haunted. And we went in there and we got lucky enough that the previous caretaker let us in, and we did an event for her. And the evidence, we investigated it 3 times before the event, because I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, come buy a ticket and investigate here. It's haunted, and I've never investigated it. So we made sure it was, a good place. some of the evidence that we've caught in there is phenomenal.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I know you guys are going this weekend. We are actually going to be going November the 11th through the 13th. So I'm curious to find out. It's unbelievable that I'm from Aberdeen and been through Hamlet and Rockingham all these years, never even knew it was there, and don't even have a clue about the history. So I really want to learn more about the history, including the haunting. Sorry, Janice used to be. She lived across the street. Hey, Janice, how are you? Long time no see. Anyway, to really learn and see what's going on, so I can't wait to find out. And Brittany and Amanda will be right back. They're having to join with another computer, so they'll be right back.
Yeah, we got a tight-knit family that comes in here, as you can see in the comments. We got a lot of people that we love and love us back. So
yeah, you guys were great.
That's what Parafam's about. Everybody working together and sharing evidence, sharing equipment, sharing locations, sharing whatever you can share to further the field. And that's what it's all about.
It is. That's exactly sorry, I stopped because I started reading the messages at the bottom.
Oh, you're fine. This is for you anyway.
Let's see first. Where is that? Like to take place in the field. What person was your ultimate goal? Ultimate goal is to investigate as many locations as possible, to help as many people as possible, and also teach others and also show others. We do a lot of live whenever we investigate, because there's so many people out there that are interested but not with the team, or that don't know that much about the paranormal. I'm not trying to convince anyone that the paranormal exists. No matter what you do, there's some hardcore people that no matter what you put in their face, they're not going to believe anything related to the paranormal. Yep. So that's not my goal. My goal is to teach others, to teach us, to learn as much as I can.
Put out good information.
Yep, put out the correct and good information. Help these smaller locations. If people want us to come in and do private home investigations, upon a special request and review, we will. We just did one in Conway, South Carolina, and it was a really great one. I helped her. She was really happy with the outcome. And so the long-term goal is to continue what I'm doing, just go to more places, meet more people. And I am, like she said, I'm with the Get Haunted Network. I'm on the locations team with Rob. I met him, November of last year, and been with him ever since. And so just to spread wings and fly, meet new people, learn. I don't have any goals. I don't want to be famous and, rich and famous or anything like that. Mine's just a true heart. I want to investigate the paranormal. I want to know what's there. I want to help those that need help. So I guess that's a short answer or a long answer to a question.
Brian Cody said, "I'm lost in the static with this background."
Yeah, he's getting there. He's about lost.
I'm glad you like it, Cody. I put that together kind of quickly. And let's see. I've been in the paranormal for years. I wish I could have done one on my birthday on the 11th. That's awesome.
It is.
All right. Look like Brittany and Amanda's back. Let's see if they're working now.
Bam.
We're good.
There he is.
You.
So y'all two want to introduce yourself to the people?
Yes. I'm Brittany.
I'm Amanda. I'm turn the light on.
They are the two other board members, which they can tell all of that stuff.
Yeah. We're pretty new into investigating, but so far we love it. Oops.
Yeah, I watched y'all's live on the way to the Conway investigation. I was in the comments talking with y'all.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought. Because she said something about a train, and I was like, wait a minute, we talked to someone else about that.
Yeah. I first met Brittany and Amanda with the past team I was on. They needed an investigation done, and came in and just hit it off with them right from the start. And their interest and their passion for learning and wanting to do this it was wonderful. So whenever I started the team and kind of brought it up to them, and so that's how they kind of joined in with us. And they've been amazing. They are amazing investigators. Don't let them fool you at all. They might just got started, but they do an amazing job. Amanda is amazing at the video, and it just seems to be her little niche. She does a really good job. I'm not talking. I talk.
No, we were all, I mean, our little setup was a little messed up at first, so we were just trying to get situated. Hold on.
It's all good. Just roll with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question here from Mr. Zach. Zach, are you looking to further your knowledge on the production side of your team? If so, how far are you wanting to take it?
Yeah, I'm definitely wanting to increase my knowledge and all that on production and video editing and all that. If I could possibly, take that into a career, because I've always really enjoyed it. Like previously, I'd work at a news station as a video editor, and I enjoyed it. So production, yeah, I'd take it as a career if I could.
Yeah. That's one of the things that we started offering with Parafam. We have Parafam Entertainment, which does all of our broadcasting. And then we have Parafam Studios, where people can come to our website, purchase intros, outros, video editing, thumbnails, custom logos, pretty much anything they want. And the prices that we got are really, really great. I mean, it's way below the market, trust me.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah. That is awesome.
And we're always looking for people who's a little knowledgeable and willing to learn.
Yeah.
Like the videos I played at the beginning, those were made by Parafam Studios.
I was actually complimenting on. I was like, I like that. Can we do that? I want to learn how to do that.
Yeah,
do you know how to do that?
She was sitting there asking me, you know how to do that? You got to learn how to do that. I'm like, yeah.
So, might have to get your help for Parafam, whoever I need to talk to about my intros and stuff. Because we are awesome. Okay, there you go. Because we're working on getting our full video out for our investigation of Pickens. I'm sorry, I keep stumbling tonight for some reason. But this computer got me on edge. I'm sorry. It just wouldn't let me. He was trying to edit the videos, and it just wouldn't let him. Anyway. So anyway, getting our full video length out, but trying to figure out how to do the intros, whatever you want to see, I don't know, some of those shows. But so maybe I'll get up with you about that once we get more storage on my computer, so that they can send it to us, so then we can figure out how to get it edited.
Well, what I do when I create a video for somebody, I'll put it in my personal Google Drive, and then I'll just send you a link, and you just download it straight out the link to whatever you're playing it on.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was telling you to do, Jennifer. Or you need more RAM.
All right, we got a question, Brian, from Jordan. Will the Ghost Walk be broadcasted?
She's a newcomer. She works in the office with me. Yeah, we'll try to go live a few times during that.
The Ghost Walk itself will not be live broadcast.
No, the investigation will.
The investigation part and the Our Haunted Lives part will be broadcasted live on Our Haunted Lives, PD Region Paranormal, Parafam Entertainment, and God knows where else we're going to put it, because we can put it in 8 different locations. So, yeah, we're going to blast it out there.
I can't wait to take a look at it myself to see what we're going to be getting into.
Yeah.
We'll have a good time there, I'm telling you.
And Eldon said, now you know why I asked that question, Rob. Yeah, referring to, Parafam Studios. We're always looking for people that's interested and willing to help with videos and stuff.
Well,
there we go.
Talk with him privately and see him. I kind of felt like we were being interviewed a little bit.
Yeah.
That wasn't me, for the record. That was Eldon.
Yeah.
So never use a REM pod. What was she saying?
She said, I did a ghost walk. That's when I got touched in the house. Never used a REM pod.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay. They said never use a REM pod. I was like, that's my go-to piece of equipment. So
I built we own Paratech Laboratories right here in Hamlet, North Carolina, and we custom make paranormal equipment. So we got like so many different versions of the REM pods. When she said, if it said don't use it, I'm sorry.
That's my go-to is my REM pod, my voice recorder, and my K2 meter. Those are the three primary ones that I use when I first start out.
Yeah.
So
we like to go in with an EMF meter and do a base sweep.
Yep.
And then I'll send Brian in because, he's empathic or whatever you want to call him. And he can go in and kind of sense what he feels. And then we go off of that. And he'll pretty much tell us, hey, we need to use this piece of equipment, this piece of equipment. And most of the time he's right. We catch great evidence with it.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So this question is for Brittany and Amanda. How long have you been in the field, and what are each of you wanting from the field, and what are you looking to put back into it?
I told you we're being interviewed.
Brittany is first in the question, so she can go first.
I'll take it. So I guess in the field, like actually investigating, it's only been about 6 months or so. But I mean, we've been interested in the paranormal and kind of freelance investigating, like going to different graveyards. And I had a couple of experiences growing up. We also live in a haunted location. So like Jennifer was saying, that's how we met her. We actually did an investigation at my house last weekend. So yeah, I think when I first went into this, I was hoping to get some kind of understanding about like what I was experiencing. But now I don't really know what I want out of it. I just think that it feels right to do it. Does that make sense? I'm still kind of navigating.
It does.
What I want to pull from it. Yeah.
And the best piece of advice I could give you as newcomers is stay true to what you learn in the beginning. There's going to be people come and go into this field, and they're going to be like, my way's better than your way. My way's better than your way. It's never true. What you feel personally, stay with that. If this piece of equipment works for you, I don't care what that person says about that piece of equipment. You use what's right for you. No two people investigate the same.
Exactly. Me and Rob don't investigate the same.
Nope, not at all. Brian's more hands-on, gung-ho, let's go. I'm more science nerd, and that's the approach that I take on it. Jason said personal sense is the best piece of equipment.
Amen.
Right.
That's me. I'm like, everybody be quiet. Just if you listen, we might pick something up. It's hard getting everybody to sit still though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm the opposite. I have to see like hard evidence.
She'll run right up on it. She don't even care.
I don't believe anybody. I mean, I'm not saying I don't believe them, but unless I physically see it or I have multiple devices giving the same evidence, I don't think it's.
I'm the same with Amanda on that for sure. Yeah.
I can see who the skeptics of the group are, and that's awesome.
Those two.
That is really awesome.
If you convince them, you're in it. Yeah. Like
if I think I'm wrong, we should leave because it's hard. It's hard to trick me around. I don't know. Because we started using it's called the Flux 2. I'm sure you know what it is.
Yeah.
And I started like analyzing the videos and like I realized that like one of the girls may have turned the dial up too high to a 7 feet like parameter or whatever. So I was getting upset. So I'm like, oh, now all of our evidence is, it's faulty because, what if someone waved and hit the motion sensor?
And we were getting intelligent responses that were not just edging up a little bit and it turning green or whatever.
So I was playing with it last night and I turned it down. I did about 2 feet, 3 to 4 feet, and it stays quiet. So I was like, all right. Unless, even if you ask, it just stays quiet. So I was testing it for myself.
Well, what you said a while ago really, really makes a lot of sense to me because we had a lecture today at the Hamlet Senior Center, and I was asked pretty much the same thing you was asked, and my response was, I can't say that I believe in everything. I can't say that I don't, but I'm the type of person to where whenever I can go investigate and capture evidence, and I can walk up to you and say, here's the proof, then I believe it. But if I can't show you the actual footage, EVP or proof or whatever that you need to see, it didn't happen. Even though I got a personal experience, can't nobody take that away from me. It don't mean nothing without the legitimate proof.
See, that's one thing about anybody, and all of us work so well together, and the others, because I consider myself a skeptical believer. I mean, I definitely believe, but I'm like you. I have to have the proof. I have to have some type of physical evidence, whether it be EVP or something. And I don't just assume that every little knock and bump and whisper is paranormal. That I have to have backup to that. Let's put a K2. I mean, let's put K2 or if that's going off. Well, let's try REM pod and see if it does the same thing. Because there's so many that I've been around in the past that they just jump. First little knock is paranormal. No. Let's go figure it out. I'm going to debunk it. And then once I've went through and I absolutely cannot debunk it, then I will say that is unexplained. So I just
Exactly right.
because everything is not paranormal. Most of everything you can explain away.
Yeah.
Honestly, you can explain away. There's few things that you just absolutely can't. And it's like it at their home. Like they said, it's definitely got something going on there. I mean, I actually heard a disembodied voices maybe in the back room. I literally thought it was Amanda on the telephone. They had TV just randomly just turn on. What was the other thing that happened? I keep forgetting. The TV came on, the whispers. Oh, I was in the bathroom, and
Oh yeah.
I was in the bathroom and I heard, "Hey." So I opened up the door. I said, "Did y'all call me?" And I think it was just one. Maybe one of you were out there in the living room. And I was like, "No, clear as day." Hey, I was like,
oh. It was me. Yeah, because you came out there and you were like, "Did you call me?" And I'm like, "No." And you told me about it. And we were sitting on the couch probably 30 minutes later, and that's when we heard the voice in the back room. And you're like, "That's Amanda." I'm like, "No, it's not. She's all the way over there." Like,
the opposite side of the house. So, but again, that's a personal experience. But I know what I heard.
Yeah.
But the evidence does point they do have a portal. I mean, I'm 95% sure. So, but anyway, things of that nature. I'm just like have to double check. Well, like when TV came on. All right. So where's the remote? All right. Did we set up? Did we just you try to make everything work? Just come on. So that's kind of my belief. I want to debunk it as much as possible, and then when you can't, and please do not jump that everything's paranormal, because that drives me.
Throw the D word out loosely.
Who?
The D word.
Oh my Lord.
The demonic.
That's agitating to me too. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. That happened at Pickens, and I'm like, no. We're not even going to go there because there's no rhyme or reason for that, and it can lead you, if you think you hear one thing, you lead, and it goes on and on and on. No, I had to dip that in the blood real fast.
28 years, Rob. What, 2 maybe?
Yeah. And me and Brian's been doing this for 28 years this year. And in 28 years of really investigating, like every weekend, every other weekend, some of the most haunted places in the United States we've been to, we've encountered it twice.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a word people take loosely, Brian's got a good theory, and I agree with him. If you was an asshole alive, you're going to be an asshole dead.
Yeah.
Hey, we are so alike. That's right. That's what I tell people. I said, if you're a jerk and a hateful, evil person during life, then you're going to be that way, if not worse later. That doesn't mean you're a demon. It just means that you're an old, you're just hateful, evil, and you're malevolent. It doesn't mean that you're a demon. So
Eldon said, "Thank y'all for answering the couple questions. It's my pleasure meeting you, Rob and B. I'll shut up now and let y'all have the show."
Fine. You can ask all the questions you want.
Yeah.
Hopefully we pass the interview.
Yeah.
Hopefully we pass the test.
Was that the same person that asked about our reasoning for doing?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's the General Eldon.
Yeah, I never really said why I did.
He's one of our co-founders of Parafamily Entertainment.
Cool.
So Pimp's got a question for Zach. What software do you use to edit?
Yep, I use Shotcut. I use Shotcut, and I use for audio. I use Audacity. Those are the 2 softwares that I really use for editing. So, yep.
I'm old school. Every video I make is on Filmora.
Oh, what?
What is that?
Filmora Wondershare. It is an amazing program, and anybody can learn it. And the things that you can do with it are just amazing.
Filmora?
Filmora, Wondershare.
The videos I've made so far, I've done through my phone. I've used Video Leap.
Yeah.
I've used there's another software I use for making like emblems, logos, whatever.
They're the ones on our Facebook.
Everything on our
Little clips
Facebook
you
I've
see
made
come up.
with Video Leap. And then I'll take the footage and I'll use the Roadcam app and I'll screen share on my phone and just that's how I've been making videos for now.
Now that guy right there, Alexander Price, that's Cody. He is actually the manager of Parafam Studios. And when I say somebody who can take footage in the field and make it look like something that belongs on television, if you don't believe me, go to First Line Paranormal on YouTube and look at some of his work. He is amazing at what he does.
That's awesome.
Hey, Alex, we need to get up with you so we
Yeah.
can learn.
Yeah.
He has taught me so much since he came into Parafam, honestly. And he's even got I don't know if any of y'all game or not, but he's even got us a game server up and running. Parafam Entertainment game server on Discord, Steam.
Yeah,
we got a lot of stuff going.
Yeah, I even got my own gaming channel that I do as well.
Oh,
and yeah, I use Shotcut. If Shotcut's perfect for me, I love it. You know, I feel like it's pretty simple, but it's got enough what you need to do and kind of just get the job done. But yeah, it's great. But
okay, she's got another question. I got to go back to it so I can understand. I saw the Shadow Man in a hat and trench coat.
I got it further than that up here, I think. Let me find it.
Let's see. No.
Here, right there.
Has anyone been touched or seen shadows? Yes, ma'am, we have.
Yep.
Not been touched.
I ain't been touched.
Yeah, I think the OSR you were.
I've been thrown against the wall a couple of times.
I've been pushed into some sheetrock.
I've seen I've never been touched that I'm aware of, but for it to actually, I would have to really know it. It would have to be or whatever, because I dismiss. Oh no, it's Shotcut, SHOTCUT.
Yep.
It's a version. I mean, it's a smaller
Version of what is it?
Adobe.
Yeah.
We tried actually. I tried to get Adobe, but it kept freezing up on, I guess.
Yeah, it just kept crashing every single time you went to go and export the video. Like you'll finish editing it, then it would just crash. And we tried it, what was it, like 4 or 5 times, and it did it every single time. So
on both computers. I mean,
Yeah.
on his computer and on this one. So I just don't think they're strong enough to handle it. So
yeah,
we stick with what we know, or he sticks.
So we're buying equipment so we can edit better, because the way we have things set up, we need more processing power. We need a better camera.
I was looking at them yesterday. Yeah.
So that's our next step in equipment, because the camera we have is cool. It's like a little 4K vlogging camera, but it's not working as far as like transferring over the evidence. It's slow. I mean, I don't like it.
It's new too.
Yeah.
It's just not what we need.
And see, that right there is just an example of people that is in Parafam. Check us out. We'll give you some advice. We'll share info. That's what it's all about.
That's great. Yeah.
I wrote your name.
And Pimp Paranormal on YouTube. Jason and Jason. The Jason.
And what was the guy that
First Line Paranormal.
the one that does all the production? What's his name?
Cody.
Not Eldon, but
We're talking about for studios, Parafam Studios is Alex Price.
we're writing names down so we remember to remember. We'll send the friend request out, and because we want to get up with everybody. Yeah, because we, like I said, we just really started going good in June, and here in a short period of time we have really skyrocketed. So got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, we got to pay one little bill real quick, and the bill that I'm going to pay is actually Parafam. So y'all can kind of see what we're doing here by this video. Y'all stay with us. We'll be right back.
just wanted to confirm while we were on, Alex Price is the Parafam Studios, correct? That's who
Manager.
we ended
Yeah,
up with.
he is the manager.
And then this Jason Combs, he's with,
Pimp Paranormal.
and he's the one asking for Zach's help. Okay. So those are the ones, yeah, because I was just looking at some of the videos and they're really awesome.
There we go. Cool.
And like the productions and all that stuff. But I have to see what they charge, what you guys charge.
I'll tell you a little secret to that. We don't charge Parafam nothing.
50 free.
Good. Because hey, I got laid off in September 29th, so I'm broke.
Yeah, we don't charge Parafam family anything. We do whatever we can to help them.
Awesome. That's good. I'll get it with you guys later.
Jason said, we need to invest in better cameras. Don't we all? I mean,
We got two of them, so but one of them works good. The audio ain't good on the other one. The IR ain't worth the crap on it, so we use our phones with IRs on it. It works just as good. But
Bill Chappell is awesome. Yep.
Bill is really good at what he does.
Yep.
Cody said, hashtag Parafam. That's right, brother.
Cool.
Bill is an awesome guy, way smarter than us. I ain't gonna say he's smarter than us, but he thinks outside the box, and that's what I try to tell everybody on our team. Like Brian can come up with an idea for a piece of equipment that could revolutionize the industry, but he can't take that idea and put it on paper and build it. That's where I step in. He comes up with half the ideas that Paratech does. And then I come in and I take his idea and I get it on paper and I carry it to the Paratech lab. And me and Paratech, we keep at it until we build it. And that's how it happens.
Well, that's what actually Supernatural Inc. With KD Stafford. We use some of his equipment at Pickens. And so he's got like the ink box and all that stuff. I'm like, how in the world do you make all this? It just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Right. Cody said we will all learn from each other in the paranormal. That's why we really focus on our Parafam family, because they have your back at the end of the day. Amen. And that's
nice.
That is. And that's exactly right. And that's one big thing about this team. I believe in paranormal unity. I believe in reaching out. Everybody can help each other. There's not like, oh no, we're going to keep it within the team, or, we're not going outside. You got to learn. You got to reach out. Like you said, there's so many different ways of doing things and learning new things. And so that's one thing I always will remain open and out there. And I believe in para unity.
No. Mark Dawkins is he's one of the lead guys for Paratech Laboratories, and he's one of our technician leads for PD Region Paranormal.
Oh, wow.
And he said, telling you this is the best family in the whole world.
It's like when me and you first started, Rob, it's like a lot of teams, they'll be territorial. They would like get mad as crap if you come investigate something in their hometown. Like, what's up with this?
We invite people. We really do. We invite people. Come. Donna said, very true. That's Miss Donna. She is the team manager of the Mackinville Paranormal Arizona team.
I like Miss Donna. She looks sassy. I like that.
She's
the hot seat.
She's actually got a podcast that airs on Parafam on Sunday nights called the Paranormal Hot Seat.
Ooh.
And if you really want to get into a good podcast, but you got to be ready for it, because I'm telling you, when I say hot seat, I literally mean hot seat. They will grill you and find out if you're legit or not. That's basically what they do.
Well, yeah, we'll start our podcast. It comes out October the 31st. That's when the first one's going to release, Beyond the Raven. And basically I want to learn. It's more of an educational podcast where I learn everything from ley lines to portals, elementals, because there's so much that we don't know. I mean, there's so much to know, but I don't believe anyone can ever be an expert in the field, because there's always so much to learn.
Yeah.
And so I've already got 3 underway and got more ready to schedule. So covers UAPs, big cryptids, whatever. Because I want to learn. I want others to be able to learn too.
Yeah, you said a big thing about ley lines. I really never messed with it that much. To one investigation, I started looking to it. I'm like, well, I'll be damned. The ley lines cross straight across this place. That's what probably one of the issues is. But
well, you think about it, Brian. Remember whenever me and you was having all that trouble in Asheville, North Carolina? We kept having to drive way out there for these cases. every single case that we did, and there was like 6 of them. I mean, right there in neighboring towns, and they were all identical. Each piece of equipment that we used was catching the same exact thing at every location. Same EVP, same voices. And we had to figure, okay, what does these locations have in common? That's where the New River came in. Every location we did was on the same river. So that got us to thinking, this river was running. It was rapid. I mean, literally, it didn't sit still like these rivers around here. This thing was rolling. And anybody that knows anything about science, that's energy. Moving water is energy.
Mm-hmm.
What the spirits need to manifest and to move, they need energy. So how do we know that river wasn't their highway, basically?
Yep.
Yeah.
And the comment that they just put about being professional, yes, I agree. Now we do list our as professional paranormal investigators. In the essence, we conduct ourselves very professionally.
Yeah.
You know, I am a professional. I mean, in that essence, you know, every investigation I go into, whether it be a home, whether it be a haunted location, doesn't matter. I believe in you being professional. You
Yeah.
need to treat everyone with professionalism and respect. So, in the essence of the professional, yes, I agree with that, not being an expert, but always conduct yourself professionally and with respect. So that's where I'm friendly with the Warren's daughter, Judy. Yeah, I like Judy. Judy and Tony both are really nice.
They are. And you're right, Jason. Kinetic energy. Exactly. Cody just said, I just subbed to y'all with our team account. Have you been to Trevette Clinic yet? I grabbed every card from the table, and I don't have one from Raven Paranormal.
And not yet. That is on the books. You know, that's one of the more well-known locations, and I would like to go and spend the weekend there. We have discussed it, but it's not on the books yet. But
Yeah.
that and St. Albans, some of the bigger ones,
Ooh.
like I originally said, yeah, I've been to St. Albans, and there's a lot of activity.
My home away from home.
That's our home. That's where we go every year.
Oh, I love St. Albans, and we're planning to go next year. I know Get Haunted will be going also, but I plan to go. They just book up so fast, so I've got to talk to Marcel.
Well, we're planning a Parafam weekend. And
really?
what we're going to do is every team that is part of Parafam, we're going to rent out St. Albans. And we're going to bring these teams in because it's 2 buildings and they're massive. You're not going to be on each other. We're going to sleep in there for 24 hours, 48 hours.
That's what
we're not going to leave it. We're just going to investigate it for the whole weekend.
That's what we did.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
We stayed for the whole weekend and had the whole place to ourselves when I first went. God, Marcel told me at first we thought it was like 107,000 square feet, but I think it's more like 107,000 square feet. It's more like 110 to 120,000 square feet. So it's huge. It's my favorite place in the world to go when it comes to one of those big
like us, don't you?
Yeah, it's like that place. Once you go, it like hooks you.
Mhm.
Yeah. And when you go, tell Donald the Reaper says hello.
Tell old Red Eyes I'm coming for him.
I'm going to investigate every single weekend. Like it just keeps growing and growing.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, what are we doing this weekend? Like nothing.
Yeah. What's the next place? Where are we
And
going?
literally, I'm like, all right, just come to our house. Like I need to investigate.
Yeah, something.
Now, when y'all do Trevette, we got some advice for you. Sleep in the basement later, probably around about 4:30 in the morning. Just keep real quiet.
Yeah. There's not a TV in the whole house. We verified it multiple times. Not a TV in the whole house. We go down there and we lay down. As soon as we lay down and you start to doze off to sleep, the bathroom door opens and slams. First thing you think is, oh, God, my equipment's up there. Somebody broke in. So we get cameras and we go running up there. Nobody in the house. We go back downstairs and try to get some more sleep after we verify the doors are locked really good and our equipment's safe. And as soon as we get asleep, we get woke up by what sounds like a television, listening to the news.
Okay.
We go upstairs, nothing. Can't find it anywhere.
Wow.
And there's nothing around Trevette. I mean, it's in like the middle of the woods. There's nothing around it but a nursery, a flower nursery. And they leave at dark time. So it's an interesting place.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go there, and also Rhonda Cadell's place. What's it? Nickerson Sneed House.
I've never
So
done that.
you can use it as an adjective, not a title. Oh. Yeah. But I was just saying, I agree with you on that. That I don't believe anybody can be a total professional in the field because there's just too much going on. I mean, it's too much to learn, too much to know. What was that, Alcatraz? No, I would love to go, but that's so far.
Yeah,
You can't afford it. You can't afford it.
You have that on our to-do list, Jennifer.
Alcatraz or Trebek?
Yeah, it's about $10,000 a night by now.
24,000.
24,000.
Yeah.
Some of these places just love their ghost. Yeah.
What's up, Tank?
Love their ghost. So some of it's just outrageous. You just can't afford it.
So Cody said there is an old style TV there, but never mess with them. They're never on.
I don't believe they're plugged up.
I don't even think they work, dude. I mean, there's no analog TV anymore, so how are you gonna pick anything up? Everything is digital now. If the spirits are smart enough to build a digital converter box and put up an antenna, I want to meet them.
Yeah. And y'all gonna have a real good time at the train depot. There's a lot of stuff going on there, but
give you a little insight on the train depot. There used to be a hotel over there, and it was from the old days. It burnt down. They rebuilt it. It burnt down again. And you get a lot of residual activity at the depot coming from that hotel. There was a brothel across the street from the train depot where guys coming in working on the train could go over there, pay a little money, have a little fun, and then get back on the train when the train come in and leave. And there's a lot of residual from that and intelligent from that.
Oh, yeah.
The windows that is in the train depot were made by a company in Germany, and their name is stamped on the bottom of the windows. If you research that name, it was Adolf Hitler's company who made those windows.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Wow.
Hey, Rob, I got an EVP we caught down there and play it.
Yeah. Anybody knows anything about Hitler should know what this EVP says. You got a woman saying, "Get my body bag," and then you got a male voice saying, "Zika." If you've ever watched any videos of Hitler, what did he say at the end of every speech?
That exact same thing.
The exact same thing.
That's wild.
Zika? So that was somebody that was actually in there. That was a lady talking. Oh, wow. That is.
No, there was nothing running but a recorder.
It all sounded like it was like a person talking. Mm-hmm. So like that's what Amanda was trying to say.
Yeah,
like,
I'm trying to figure out
where it started.
What was the so that entire
None of it was us. None of it was us.
That's so crazy.
What? None of it?
None of it was us.
Now you have to play it one more time.
Yeah, that's
one more time. Yeah, absolutely.
That was someone talking.
Me too.
That was Brian. That's what it said.
Come on now.
That ending, yeah.
But
so the only was him and talking at the beginning. Wow.
He asked a question and then she said, "Get my body bag now."
Oh.
Zika.
That gave me chills. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Now Zach's gonna have fun with that prostitute in there that's actual intelligent. She'll let herself be known.
That's crazy.
Oh my!
I can't wait. I think it's gonna be something else.
So is there anything attached to any of the cars? Because I noticed I love those cars that were in there. I guess tell me what is the history of the depot? I mean,
the basic history behind it is, they moved it. It's not where it originally was. They moved it. I don't remember how many feet was it, Brian. You remember?
That wasn't a lot.
Yeah, it wasn't much at all. But they moved the depot. They had one team from Southern Pines to come in there years ago. And I can't even remember the name. Scientific something out of
that was the Village Paranormal out of Aberdeen or Southern Pines.
Village Paranormal.
I never knew there was such a thing because I looked for teams when I was there.
Huh. They went down into the train room where they got the model trains at, and they actually caught the train moving on camera. Okay, and everybody made a big deal about it. They actually got legit evidence. You know, PD, we go down there. That's the first place we go, and we debunk it. Even if you cut the power off to that train set, it has an old timey generator. That generator is what powers that train. So when you cut the power off, that generator holds power in the capacitors for at least 15 minutes. And as it's powering down the capacitors, the train's jumping. So we were able to debunk that.
Gotcha.
And so therefore we took it as, well, maybe we won't catch a lot. Well, we were fooled. Because when we got upstairs, the story behind it is there's a little girl. Her and her mom was traveling on a train. Something happened to the mom. Something happened to her. They got killed near the vicinity, not in it, but near it. And the little girl's in there. And her name is Amy. We have verified that. And every time we have caught her voice, all she's saying is, "Where's my mama?"
Wow.
So we know there's a little girl spirit in there. There is a male spirit. What was his name, B? You remember?
They called him Sal, but then when we asked, "Do you like the name Sal?" it said Salvador. So assuming his name's Salvador or either Sal.
Yeah, the people that work there call him Sal. But
Okay.
we were doing an Estes method, and that I was under. They were asking the questions outside the building, and they asked the question: is Sal your name? Is Sal there? And for some reason, through the SB7, it came out Salvador, and it's got me. It's on. If you watch our World's Largest Ghost Hunt video on PD Region Paranormal YouTube page, you get to see us investigate all of that. Really good place.
Yeah, sounds like it.
So did you were there for World's Largest Ghost Hunt?
We
Yeah,
did it
that's
for the World's Largest Ghost Hunt. It's on our YouTube page.
Oh, okay. Because there's a little confusion, I guess, with Abigail when I was talking to her, because I thought that y'all didn't go there. I knew that I saw that y'all were going there.
Yeah,
So
we go.
okay.
We didn't do it live. We pre-filmed it a week before because I was on vacation. So we pre-filmed it and I just sent it in, and then they aired it on the World's Largest Ghost Hunt.
Gotcha. Okay, there we go. That makes sense. Okay. Because I was asking her, she said, "No, they didn't do it for the World's Largest Ghost Hunt." And I was like, "Yeah, they did. I thought they did." So
Let's see. Cody said, "You might be right, Brian, but y'all hearing talking when the house was still and all the doors locked can't explain it." You got that right. Talking about Trebek Clinic. I always wanted to know if West Point is haunted. I don't know nothing about West Point.
I'm pretty sure it has been a military institute. I'm pretty sure it's got a few hauntings in it.
Pimp said it's all white noise and static like the Poltergeist movie.
yeah, I don't think we'll be able to get into West Point. What do you think?
No.
Y'all get us into West Point. We're there with you.
And see, Tank was with us when we caught that little girl Amy, so he knows all about Amy. That's why he said that. And she said, or go to Salem, Mass, where all the witches were hung.
That's on my bucket list too.
Yep.
That's on the bucket list.
Where is Jennifer and Zach based out of?
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Yep.
Born and raised in Aberdeen, North Carolina.
They down in COVID Valley, Jason.
Yep.
Wood Valley.
So what other
What's up, John?
what other activity have you caught there? I'm sorry, I was reading the little messages.
We got shadow figures upstairs. We didn't get no shadow figures downstairs. We got EVPs everywhere we went. We got an actual picture. I'm not going to say, oh, it's an apparition, but there is a figure outline in the photo. We're not going to put it out there as evidence, but we did catch it.
Gotcha.
Because photos, they're a dime a dozen.
Mm-hmm.
As far as personal experiences, Brian, we were standing, there's a concession stand down in the bottom right there at the train depot, and it's got like a vending machine and in the bathrooms. Well, Brian said he had to use the bathroom, so we were standing out in the vending area waiting on him to come out. And when he come out, he had done pulled his pants up, buckled his belt, washed his hands. When he come out, he was drying his hands. And all of a sudden, you seen his belt unbuckle and his pants fall to his ankles. As soon as that happened, we got an EVP that said, "I want to F Brian."
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay. And this was where again? Upstairs, downstairs?
Downstairs in the rotunda.
At the rotunda.
And you're telling us to sleep upstairs in the rotunda?
There's 2 rotundas.
Rotundas,
One's
upstairs.
one downstairs.
Okay.
That's wild.
We'll sleep in the opposite one then.
That's why I said sleep upstairs.
We don't want to. We don't want to.
Trust me, she travels.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, we even caught that same spirit's voice at the coffee shop half a mile down the road.
Oh wow, she gets around.
Yeah, really.
Yep.
She gets around.
She got paid
Yeah.
to get around though.
Yeah.
Oh no, last time she said she was broke.
Yeah.
Is the bordello or whatever you said? Is it still
No,
there?
it's been gone.
Yeah, the brothel.
Yeah, brothel. It's a shame I can't remember much about Hamlet. Oh,
Yeah,
there's-
it was gone back in the 30s and 40s.
Hmm.
It actually got shut down by the town because they found out it was a red light place.
Oh, gotcha. So with
They asking
okay,
for
there you go. Love turn.
I've been quiet. I'm generally pretty quiet unless I have something of substance to add, I guess.
He
Because
joined late. He said he joined late, so he didn't get to hear y'all's story. He's interested.
See, Rob, she like me. I'm quiet. I'm a doer. I ain't a talker.
yeah.
They both are. They do remain hot, but y'all tell you a little story.
Our story. Well, it was a dark, stormy night on March 3rd. So we met Jennifer because she came to investigate our house, and she reached out to me with the report on everything that happened. And I asked her, I said, hey, do you guys have any like openings or anything? And she's like, well, I'm kind of doing this new thing. And I said, okay, well, I'm interested in being on your team because Jennifer has this amazing talent where she is both objective and subjective. You don't meet a lot of people like that. You know what I mean? Like most people are, oh, this is crazy. Or they're like, more like Amanda, who's like not impressed running into it. Like,
And with that being said, I was still extremely impressed when I first met you.
yes,
Because I just felt like leadership just like vibrates.
she's great. Yeah. Call her Mama Jennifer. But yeah, so we joined up with her in having our own experiences at our house. And I had experiences when I was a kid as well, quite a few. We've just been interested in the paranormal, and I don't know a lot by any means. And, pretty sure I can speak for Amanda, neither does she. But
Yeah, I'm a paranormal baby. But the reason why I'm so interested is because I want to know, I want answers. I want validity in that there is a spiritual realm. 2, I want to find out what comes after, why they're where they are. Is it just energy? Is it them, etc.? I basically want to just go past that veil and get answers because eventually death's coming to knock on my door. You know what I mean? I just want to know. So if I can find out ahead of time, that'd be great.
By what they're saying, Brian, only thing I can say to what they just said is welcome to the paranormal field.
Yeah. What is it, Rob? One mission, one goal, the truth.
They don't let them fool you. They are new to the investigating, but they do an amazing job. It's just like they've been doing it forever. No, maybe they're not super familiar with some of the equipment and how it necessarily works, but they caught on quick. They are so enthusiastic. I just loved them to death. The first time I met them when I came in for the home investigation, we just kind of all clicked. But they're amazing team. They're amazing investigators. I liked what they bring to the team with Amanda's skepticism, Brittany's curiosities about the paranormal. But that's what makes a good team. You have to have a healthy amount of skepticism. You can't just be everything's paranormal or no, everything's not. And that's even with Zack. He's more skeptical. So it kind of balances really well, even with the other members. It balances really well. But we work really well together and keeping everything at a good balance. We offset each other, and they're great. Don't let them fool you. No, they've been doing a short period of time, but they have come a long way in a very short period of time.
Well, I tell you from experience, before long, with y'all working together as close as you are and trying to keep it family oriented like y'all are, you'll wind up being like we are at some point, and it's to the point to where we go on an investigation, I can just tell what Brian's fixing to do, what he's fixing to say. He'll turn around, we need to get, and I'm already holding it. Like, how'd you know that's what I was asking for? We've been doing it together for so long, you feed off of each other's energy, just like a spirit. A spirit feeds off of your energy. I'm a firm believer. If you go into a place and you bring home with you, and you're aggravated, you're upset, you're ill, you're angry, that's what you're going to deal with on this investigation.
Yep.
But if you go in there clean and pure and happy, some of the best evidence that we have ever caught in 28 years was not us investigating. It was nothing was happening. Everything was dead. So we just standing around talking and doing like we're doing right now, just having a good time. And then bam, you catch that biggest piece of evidence you've ever caught.
Exactly. That's something I was telling them, when this past weekend at their house, I said, let's just do our thing. Let's watch TV. Let's just do, because it seems like when we are not trying is when you get the best evidence. Just like we were not trying. We heard the disembodied voices. And then they're like, hey, knock, knock, we're here, knock, knock. So that's exactly right. Just being not officially trying.
Cody said that's all that matters to investigate and keep doing what y'all are doing.
And then you got them places you ain't got to look for nothing. It's just happening the whole time you're there, and you really ain't got to look for it.
Kind of like St. Albans.
Like St. Albans.
Exactly. I mean, that place, I cannot wait to take the team there to go. I mean, I had been investigating for years, for several years at that point. Hadn't really got much. I started thinking, well, is it me? Am I doing something wrong? Am my energy off? And went to St. Albans and spoke to, his name was Steve. Clear as day, had a conversation with, started out with the K2 meter going off, and he was answering questions of that. Took off and went all the way back upstairs, because we were in the electroshock therapy room. So I went back upstairs to get the spirit box, come all the way back, and then still started answering questions. And if you know anything about St. Albans, there's nothing around, no electricity, and you're in the, what is that, the sub-basement? You got the basement, sub-basement?
Yep.
Whichever level, I think that's the sub-basement.
You got that there, then you go down to the farthest one down is your bowling alley, where you got the boiler room and stuff.
Boiler room.
Yep. So it was in the electroshock therapy room right outside. It's even where, do you remember where they still got the piece hanging down that they strap them down to? That's where we were standing. He was answering questions, answering how many spirits were there. It was just the most amazing thing. So we even got in Jacob's room, got it everywhere we went, pretty much got something. So that place is definitely active.
Yeah,
it is. I've dealt with Donald several times, and I had my first, life-changing experience with Rebecca in her room up there, and then Goatman's run through me before. So, everything I've had happen has been there, got thrown up in the wall, up by Jacob's room at Donald's room. He threw me against the wall, so.
Now, Donald, was he the orderly?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Because isn't Red the one that's in the basement?
Yeah.
People call him Red Eyes and Goatman, but.
Yeah. So, Donald, I didn't hear really much with Donald when we were there. We were in his room for a while, but Jacob. So, that's definitely a place that I'm planning on going next year.
Yeah. Tank said we need to all get together and investigate somewhere.
Absolutely.
Watch out for the stinky kitties. That's one thing. Watch out for the stinky kitties.
Yeah, when y'all up there, stay away from the cats. They're not cats.
Schedule, maybe all of us go. Like you said, it depends how many teams are going whenever you guys go and next year.
Yeah,
it's so big, you will not.
Hey, more the merrier, and it cuts the price down.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, and y'all going to do 36-hour, right? The whole weekend for Friday.
Yeah, the whole weekend.
Well, we need to talk then.
Hey,
I was thinking about when we were investigating at whenever Teresa was in the visitor center in that one area, and I was holding the SLS camera, and it was like the first, because I don't, like he was saying, like a life-changing experience. I haven't had that yet, like by any means. I've had some things pop up, but I debunk it automatically. You know what I mean? But when we were sitting there and that SLS figure formed over her and touched her, and we didn't tell her, and then she started talking about things touching her.
Said, someone's touching my face.
And then the REM pod was going off. I mean, the adrenaline and like the excitement I felt. I was smiling in the pitch black dark because I was so happy. I'm like, finally, like a solid concrete, like something, not just like, oh, I heard something. It's like, oh, it's interacting. I'm looking, I'm seeing. You know, it's just a really neat feeling to be able to interact with something like that. So that's what I'm chasing.
But if you do go to St. Albans, though, you know, if you're in Rebecca's room up in there at suicide bathroom and she comes through, you'll feel everything she felt, and you just break down and cry. I broke down and cried. I'm like, what in the world's wrong with me?
Yeah.
I mean,
and another thing about St. Albans too, like Tank just said, Rob shocked me, and he ain't lying. We got the idea when we went up there with Our Haunted Lives. We went with David and Christy. And I wanted to try some new stuff, so I went and got a TENS unit. They used to do electronic shock therapy, correct? So why not shock one of my guys up there? So we go up to the electroshock therapy room, and Tank volunteers. He volunteered. We put him on that gurney. Now you got to remember, he's 6'5" and 400 pounds, and he's laying on that gurney. And I put the TENS unit on him, and I go to shocking him. And we had the camera rolling. We had REM pods, we had digital recorder, we had everything rolling. And all of a sudden you could see something where his feet and his pants was, you could see something push his feet down, an imprint on his pants, like a nurse was trying to hold his feet down. And he verbally said, something's holding my feet. We go back and look at the footage, you could see the pants push down.
Oh,
wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's interesting you said that, because in the electroshock therapy room, we kept getting perfume smells that would be coming and going. I didn't think about a nurse being in there.
Yep.
And we actually literally followed the perfume smell. You know, I hadn't even thought about that, and that's been several years ago.
Donna says she wants to go to St. Albans too, B.
It's definitely an experience.
Another really cool moment we had at Pickens, when we were sitting there in the dead quiet and that chill like did like a circulation around the entire room. And like right after that, I think it was didn't we have like the little shadow tracker behind me?
Yeah, I think so.
That whole thing was going off behind me, and I was filming, and I kept thinking that like my eyes were just getting tired.
It was the tripwire.
Yeah. And then we heard the steps and like up the stairs, like the other team was coming up with us. That was another really cool experience.
Yeah.
Because they were on the complete opposite side of the museum. So, I mean,
they were downstairs.
Yeah. That was cool.
Pickens really didn't let us down, that's for sure. I was not thinking it was really that active, but it was a very active night. After weekend.
Something was up with those doors. I know y'all said, you know, the AC made it flux. I don't know, man. I was hearing stuff. I opened my eyes. Y'all were all sleeping. And I watched the door without a handle. It's double doors. I watched the one without the handle open up first. And I was like, nah, like something's going on. I don't think it was just the pressure. Like too many times.
He was like, I'm going to sleep in the car.
It wouldn't be quiet.
I said, no. So, yeah, I mean, we even talked with spirits that we didn't anticipate. I mean, the normal, you know, they talk about Sarah standing out and looking over out the window, and people were talking about possibly Willie Earl, who was lynched. But honestly, we didn't encounter those. We encountered, I can on 95% say, well, Florence, who was the daughter-in-law that passed away with typhoid fever.
Mm-hmm.
We also spoke with, his name is, was it Browning Bryant? Musician.
And whoever was up there confirmed that they watched the hangings that occurred across the street from the Flux 2 going on. So
some unexpected spirits that we, you know, you never know. You never actually know what you're going to run into.
When y'all go to the depot, y'all might pick them on something we've never picked up on there before. So
yeah, exactly.
Different teams coming in, because used to us coming, y'all coming in different, investigate different, liable to catch more stuff than we did.
And I believe in the mixing up of energies. You know, it's just like if Zach and I were to investigate together for a short period, then I would want to switch off, maybe investigate with Brittany or Nathan, or it depends on which part of the team's there, because the mix up of energy, you know, I truly believe in that. And something I am wanting to try It's table tipping. I've never done it, or table. What's the old term? But they call it table tipping now.
Yep.
Yeah, table tipping.
We're gonna try that, you guys. Yep, I've already got the table ready.
I don't know what that is, but I'm game.
Yeah, I'm always down for whatever.
So that's something that a friend of mine with Great State Paranormal had brought up to me about trying, and we haven't done it yet. And it was actually watching a paranormal show, and they had tried it. I was like, that is really cool. We're going to try that because it's one of the oldest forms of spiritualism that they used to do. And I thought it was table turning back in the day, but they would just basically place their hands on the table and ask the spirit to move it or turn it or tip it. So we're going to try that. I know. Have you guys ever done the human pendulum?
We've used a pendulum, but not a human pendulum.
That was kind of interesting. I did that with Great State Paranormal. That's different. You basically kind of put yourself into a meditative state, and people would ask questions, and you basically, whichever the way the spirit or the energy would move you.
That'd be cool. I want to try that.
We can try that too. That's something else we can try. But you've got to clear your mind. You can't be thinking. Not cow tipping, no. No get tip, no cows.
That reminded me of a question that I had for Rob, because you were talking about how you did the Estes method, and I've done it multiple times, and I get frustrated because I don't know, I guess, how do you differentiate, the radio frequencies and the actual EVPs that come through? It's frustrating. Even when you try to cover it up, you try to find the correct, channels, this and that. To me, it's not accurate enough. I want something that's more precise without all the chatter. You know what I mean?
I'll give you the best answer to that I can. Don't use a radio.
Yep, exactly.
We don't use the SB7. We don't use the SB11. We don't use Hack Shack radios. We use one that we built, and it runs off of shortwave radio frequencies, which no longer is used for anything.
Because the SP7 is what we were using, and I literally I'll sit there dead as night and not say anything because I'm like, radio.
Yeah. One thing that you would love about the boxes that we build, you know how when you're listening to the SB7, you got all that static?
Yeah.
Ours is completely quiet until
it just comes through. That's nuts.
There's no static whatsoever. Yeah.
The sweeping and the radio just coming in, and some people be like, "Oh, what was that?" I'm like, "That was just some guy talking on the radio."
We were doing an experiment at the Axe to Grind coffee shop with the SB7, and it was actually an event. We had some people that wanted us to take out there and do a investigation, and they were newbies. And we had the SB7 plugged into the portal, and that thing come through there, and it said, Rockingham, North Carolina, WB. And they were like, oh my God, did you hear that?
So glad, because I felt like I was alone, and they're like, get the spirit box. And I'm like, that thing is so, I just want to throw it out the window.
I do the Estes quite a bit. That's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
Well,
I want to use one of those pieces of equipment that you mentioned. Donna
bought one of my radios, and you see what she said right there.
Yeah. That might be something we should consider as a team, I think.
Yeah, I'd be interested in to whatever you said, the whatever you called it. What was it?
It's shortwave radio.
Shortwave radio. So because I'm like Amanda, it annoys me because you can hear what you want to hear through those things. You can say something and it's actually radio. You can make out anything. You can put anything you want to it. So I don't like using it as much. Now, St. Albans, it was perfect because there was no radio stations, and y'all knew that. There was nothing.
Cell phone hardly worked here.
But I don't use it unless I'm in a place that I absolutely know there's no chance of having radio come through. So I would like to talk to you about.
Well, if you do like using your SB7, there is a mod you could do to it where you take your AM and FM antenna out of it, and then there's no way possible for you to pick up radio stations.
I did that with ours.
She took out the
and a Faraday bag
and a bag, and it's still. And I'm like, nope.
Did you clip the wire going from the antenna to the board?
No.
That wire.
Oh, okay. So just take it off, and you can see the wire. I'm not technically advanced, so you just cut it.
Yeah. I can send you a schematic on how to do it. Or when y'all come up here to do that, I can meet you over there and do it for you.
Yeah, and bring I want to see what your other box, what other things if you
Yeah.
don't have any static or anything. I'd like to just take a look at it.
And I tell you something we tried at Trevette Clinic too that might interest y'all. We put a camera inside the location. We took one of our team member with Cody's telephone. We set it right in front of the camera, and we went outside and we called that phone, and he answered it. Then he came outside. So there's nothing in there but a camera and his telephone with us outside on another phone with a camera and an on speakerphone. And we start asking questions through the phone, and we're getting replies through the telephone with nobody in the building. And you can hear people walking up and down the stairs and all kind of stuff through the telephone.
Really?
Like one where they use walkie-talkies and they ask through the walkie-talkies and then they record it or whatever. I saw that method too.
That's how we do our
That's what we
estimates.
do ours, but we don't use a regular walkie-talkie because if you use a regular walkie-talkie, the frequency that it uses will interfere with your equipment.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
We learned that.
no, I told everyone. The next night it was. We were sitting having a little meeting because we like to have like one team have a walkie-talkie, and I'm like, no, no walkie-talkies allowed. They wouldn't let me do that, but
But basically, a walkie what I found only really messes with your REM pod. Or at least the other equipment we have, it just seems to mess up the REM pod. As where the telephones will mess with the K2 meter. Have you had? What else has the walkies messed up with your equipment?
Oh, it'll go through and send signals through your videos. It'll send a high-pitched squeal because a lot of the equipment's on the same frequency. But what we have found out, we found that if you purchase a Zello walkie-talkie off of Amazon, they're like $50.
Zello?
Yep,
I've
Zello.
heard of that actually.
Zello. You can even put the app on your phone and use it, but then you got to worry about your phone. But we got the Zello walkie-talkie, and it runs off of satellite signals and Wi-Fi. And
Yeah, we should just get rid of walkie-talkies.
you can take your piece of equipment, lay in there, go right on top of it with that walkie-talkie, and key it up, and it will never set that REM pod or anything off.
Wow. Okay.
I don't want any tampering, nothing. There's no second guessing it. That's no more walkie-talkies. We need to, if we have to communicate Morse code with the walls.
They're like me and Brian does, flashlight signals.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No contamination.
It's like all the equipment we use, like we'll start going off and they're like, you got the equipment? Yeah. What you got? Myself and a recorder.
Yes.
Leave all the other crap there and walk off with the recorder.
$30,000 worth of equipment sitting over here in the cases, and we might use 2 pieces out of it per investigation.
I bring his truck will be filled full on the back of nothing but equipment.
And she'll come out with some dowsing rods and a recorder. Old fashioned.
You can't beat the whole way. Just like the best, I don't care what kind of radio you're using. You catch an EVP, okay? You're going to have a skeptic out there somewhere who's going to argue with you. But if I go in a location with nothing but my digital recorder and I get that Class A EVP, how's he going to say something to that?
Yeah. Oh, you'll find somebody's going to argue with you. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're going to true skeptic. So that's why I'm not trying to convince anybody. You know what? Believe what you want to.
Yeah.
I know what I believe and I know what we get. So, but
like I tell everybody, can't nobody take that personal experience away from you.
Exactly.
I've seen that somewhere and I thought it was really interesting.
But don't you have to be a psychic or a medium? I'm sorry to interrupt you, Amanda. To do
No,
that?
you did. I mean, that was another question I had actually. I didn't know. You have to be some sort of conduit for it to transfer. And then it comes to the integrity of the person. Do you trust that they will only draw or will not draw anything and that coming through is true?
Y'all don't want me to play with that. Don't let me be the one with the pen and the paper.
Well, Bill Chappell came out with the Ovilus 5, right? And in the Ovilus 5, it has a doodle box. You can set it to cut it on to where the spirit can actually draw on it just like an old etching sketch.
Oh, that will be so. Oh, that's what we need. We could just get an etch a sketch and see if we can. Sometimes the old cheapest ways around are the best ways you can do.
Exactly.
Yeah. Bells on doors.
Yep, I want an Ovilus really bad, but I noticed too, random words still come out through it that doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
No, that's any piece of equipment. That's what I tell a lot of people. The piece of equipment's only smart as the person using it.
Yeah.
Any piece of equipment that we've ever used is going to have its ups. It's going to have its downs. You just got to be you got to be patient. You got to say, okay, could this could have caused it? This could have caused it, or was it You have to decipher everything.
Yep.
That's why I like going so old school, because I mean, if I hang some bells on the cabinet door because this woman says she don't want to go in her kitchen because her cabinet doors keep opening and closing, and I put bells on that door and I got a camera pointed at it, and we're outside having a smoke or a vape, and I look at the footage and I see a door shut and my bells go off.
What else
I know I didn't tie no string to it. I know nobody's in the house.
Yep. We need to get some bells. That's a good idea.
I was just thinking that.
We need to get some bells because simplest equipment is sometimes easy. I mean, the most effective.
Go to the Dollar Tree, get you some of them little Christmas bells. Right now is the perfect time to get them because they ain't like 50 cents a pack.
Yep.
Get you a piece of yarn, put the bells on there, tighten a knot, and just hang it wherever you want.
That's a really good idea.
How do you guys feel about those little cat balls?
They work good sometimes.
They work good, but you just got to make sure with a cat ball. And I've seen this. A lot of people argue me with this, but when you have central heating in there in a location, and that return kicks on, it vibrates the floor. So you got to be careful. You got to pay attention.
Yeah, because I work with an HVAC field, and I'm all about where are the vents. Why you're feeling cold? Hold on.
And sometimes they'll just malfunction. We've got one just constantly.
You don't have to worry about that at Trevette, that's for sure.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like, go ahead, bro.
Well, at Trevette, there's no AC or no heat, so you got to worry about all that.
Oh my! That means we need to go on. I'm glad you said that. I did not know that, so we definitely.
That's good because when people say, "Oh, I'm freezing, I have chills," I'm like, I don't want to hear it. It's like 67 in here. I need real proof, guys.
I tell you something cool that happened at Trevette though. If y'all go up there, you need to. Y'all have a music box?
No, I want one. Really, I really want one.
We took our music box up there and we set it on Dr. Trevette's surgery room on the bed where he did the surgeries. And me and Brian started asking questions, and that thing would not shut up. It was even Brian say if this is such and such, make it go off. It would go off. Okay, you can stop. It would stop. I mean, it was like on command for about 30, 40 minutes straight, and we filmed every bit of it. Thank God. But they love a music box up there.
That kind of reminds me of that flashlight thing that we did at Pickens the first time we went.
Oh yeah.
How it was. I don't know. I always forget to do that, but.
Do you guys sell? Do you guys make the music boxes?
We can, yeah.
What? Wish I had that kind of I wish I had that kind of knowledge to make stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right. So, what is your take on the flashlight experiment?
Oh Lordy, you gonna make me dive into it, ain't you?
Because
you got two styles of flashlights. You got halogen, you got LED. If you take apart a halogen, you got a spring on the back of it where the battery goes in and it pushes on the battery. All right. When you put it in, that spring, somehow they claim that spring expands and it makes the light go off. And then whenever it gets hot, it goes down and it makes the light come off. Okay. So I didn't argue with that. So we went and bought an LED light. The LED does not have a spring in it whatsoever. And we tried the little flashlight trick. You set it till it goes off. You set it down. You ask Spirit to cut it on. And in a few minutes, it will come on. So I wanted to debunk it because I'm that person till I don't believe poop stinks until I put my nose in it. So I dissect the flashlight. And what is happening whenever you take the end of that thing and you twist it to where it comes on and you back it up just a little bit to where it goes off, the circuit boards in those flashlights are like, you could not put a hair in between the on and the off mechanism of that light. So it sits there and that light is off, but as it sits there, it's getting arc. And then once that arc heats up, it makes contact. And once it makes contact, it quits arcing. So it cools off. When it cools off, the light goes off. So we don't do it anymore because I did that and finally proved it on our end. But a lot of people still do it, and it depends. I was using mag lights, the little mini mag lights. That's all we use. So, I mean, some people still do it, and I don't knock them for it. If you get a direct answer, just like we used to take two of them. We would set one on this side of the table, one on this side of the table, and we'd ask the question, if it's yes, light this one up. If it's no, light this one up. And, once I debunked what I feel I've debunked it, we switched over to a K2 meter. Okay. I put 2 K2 meters up. This one's yes, this one's no. Light this one up for yes, light this one up for no. Well, then, the deal behind the K2, I could talk about 2 hours on it after I took it apart and seen what's actually inside of it. I don't have a lot of faith in the K2 meter, so we don't use K2 meters no more. We switched over to a tri-field electronic meter.
The ones that spike up to 10 or above?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, and I was playing with a K2 the other day, well, actually many times, and if you just sit there and you just bang it against something, it just flickers all the way up to like the red.
You don't even have to bang it. Hold it in your hand and just shake it real fast.
Yeah. See, I'm so glad. This is what I'm talking about. I need this because I saw the tri-field meter the other day, and I was like, that makes more sense than
the best piece of advice I could say seriously, and I know Brian will back me on this. If you buy it and it says it's made for ghost hunting, it's a piece of crap.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
If you buy it like a tri-field meter, it was made for an electrician who does electrical work every day. It's an accurate meter. It's not for ghost hunting. It's for electrical work. But it works really good at what we're doing because it's more trustworthy.
That's what I want. I've been
That's what we started using.
Meter.
We started going back to old school using barometers.
Yeah, we even got the old school hanging barometer, and we'll sit it on the desk at the location because we talked with Barry Fitzgerald from Ghost Hunters International, and he made a valid point. If you've noticed, right before paranormal activity happens, 2 things are going to happen. Number 1, the temperature is going to rise, or number 2, the temperature is going to drop. When the temperature drops, barometric pressure changes. One way or the other, it changes. So we were like, okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a barometric meter, and we're going to start using it and film it. And if something happens, it's got a little needle on it to where when you get in there, you set it down, you let it get it reading of what the room is. Set that meter. And it'll be dead on it. That way, if something happens and you go back and look and it's not where you put it, it's higher or lower, something changed the pressure in the room.
That's pretty cool, actually. I know how to make a barometer. You can do that.
So that's not. What was that called again? What kind of meter?
Tri-fold meter?
Tri-field, yeah.
Tri-field. The pressure.
Bariatric pressure.
Tri-field meter shouldn't be that much.
Tri-field, that for the new one, the digital one they come out with, it's running like 126, 130.
Yes.
But if you find the old one with the needles, the analog needles, they're like $200-$300 now.
Yep.
Wow. That's easy. We can get one of those for the team.
Cool.
We don't need like that K2. I could go grab it now. That K2 meter makes me so mad. I leave them in the bag and did you get the K2? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, we don't use them no more for that simple reason. Just like another thing that me and Brian's figured out too, some of the new style audio recorders, like the Sony's, it's got a setting in there that you can go low impedance, high impedance. And when you put it on high impedance, even a gnat flying around will make that thing sound like a 757 coming through the sky.
Yeah, right.
So imagine if you catch a voice, it amplifies it so high what it's going to do to it. So if you're running any of the cheap style recorders, always run it on low impedance.
I don't know if mine low impedance. I don't know if mine has that on there or not, but we'll have to check that out and see.
Yeah.
We started running the Tascam recorder. It's a little more expensive, but it live reviews, which means you can plug your headphones into it, put your headphones on, and have one person designated for audio. When they walk around, they hear the EVP live through the headset as the recorder captures it.
It captures the evidence, and so that would be really cool.
Yeah, it saves you a lot of time.
Someone saying, "Hey, this was said."
You can hear a gnat fart with that thing. Good Lord.
And it's task what?
Tascam.
Tascam. TASCAM.
Making a little Christmas list here.
Yeah, exactly what I'm doing.
Which is crazy because Jennifer has like a whole truck bed full of equipment.
She got enough for 20.
She got more shit than Batman.
Well, it's like this.
Yes, she does.
You think about it. Brian had his own team. I had my own team. Me and Andrew ran a team in South Carolina. We were in Sherrall, Darlington area. Brian had a team here in Rockingham, and we merged the teams together. So Brian had all his equipment. We had all our equipment. Then when we got together, all that equipment came together, and we're sitting there with 4 DVR systems with 16, 18 cameras, and we don't even use them. We do not use DVR no more. That is too much trouble. No, 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 no. We'll put out handhelds. The heck with all them running wires.
That's what we're going to, I think.
Yeah.
We've just got to figure out battery backups, and I've only got 2. I actually
So like 2 people at least have a camera at all times.
Get
Like
you
more like
some
a
little
vlogging
GoPros with the GoPro patches. Put it on your people and send them on their way.
Like Brandon had his little chest to take a look.
But like I've got 3 cameras that I did not realize they're both cheap, but it says it had night vision. Well, their night vision was the IR night vision, so they're basically worthless. But somebody told me if I got a red light, like a red flashlight, and attached it somehow to the camera, that it would be able to pick up and I could be able to use them. Or do you guys know how to convert those into an IR camera? Because I've literally wasted $150 on cameras. Luckily they were cheap, but I don't know what to do with them.
Get you one of those LED lights off Amazon for like $20. You can change color and put it what color you want, and it works perfect.
Just attach it to the camera or just sit beside of it?
Attach it to the camera. We use ours is like we can use green, red, or the little violet blue like in the old days. It picks up everything in the room perfect.
That's what you have, I mean. Oh.
Yeah, well, we have a light like that already, but I think she's asking more so of not the IR with like the black and white, but the green tones of the night vision.
The one
You
I'm talking
can
about,
change colors of.
change colors on it.
I can change it to green, blue, black, purple.
Well, we have it doesn't change. So when I use like the camera we have, I set it to IR and I have an IR light and I have like a different color light.
It's not the same one that he has.
So that light overrides the IR light to change the hue of it, or it's IR built in with the different light.
It overrides it.
Okay, I need to know what that is.
And actually what I was talking about is the cameras I have do not have IR night vision. So you turn it off the lights and you can't see anything. So to make those cameras be able to see in the dark, are you saying to use one of those lights?
Yep.
You can, or you can buy your own personal IR and put it on top of it.
Then it still
Then
works.
you have
But
IR.
the camera's not IR.
What's going on, Brandon?
Yeah.
Because I was told that if the camera has to be IR to be able to see, you can't put anything additional like external on it to see.
It
Yeah, you
depends on the quality of the camera. Now, if you're using an old 720p camera, then you would never get IR out of it. You got to have 1080p or better.
That's what
It
we have.
is. It's just a cheap version that I paid $50 for it. It's got just I just wanted to use it for static cameras basically, but didn't realize it doesn't have. I'll try that, but I was going to get one of those anyway.
That light's called.
Spectrum. But what light are you talking about, Amanda, that you wanted that he's got?
I'm gonna have it by our next investigation. What is that called? With the IR built into with the LED.
I got one more. Let me
I
look
will send you a friend request on Facebook, and I will send you the actual link to buy it.
Because
I got one of my paranormal purse. Let me grab it. I'll show it to you.
All right.
Paranormal bird.
First, yeah. Brian took
Like that. Kind of what we got, a little bit back.
Yeah.
I'd much rather use the static cams and have to run all those wires, and then normally it's me that I have the DVR, so that means I have to watch all of that video, and I don't do it.
You want me to tell you something that we found that works really, really good?
What's that?
They have a wireless DVR system now that runs off of Bluetooth. The cameras will pick up at least 100 feet away from the system. It works really good, and there's no wires to run. All you do is plug it into a power socket and cut the hard drive on, and you're done. When you get ready to go over it, you can set the DVR to motion mode, and it'll only give you the clips when stuff moving where you got motion.
What did
So
I?
you can cut 8 hours of footage down to an hour.
I think I've seen that somewhere.
Send that to you have because
Yeah.
I'm looking, I can't figure out. There's so many different ones. Will you send that link to me?
Yeah.
Or her, whoever, it doesn't matter. Because this running all those wires and and watching all that video.
That is a hassle.
And the cameras don't have audio, so even if you got them set up in there, you can't hear anything. You only see something. I don't like that.
Yeah, and see, Mark made a real valid point right there. Let me mute Brian. Attenuation on the frequency dependent equipment will isolate the investigation scene from the outside broadcast stations. And he's exactly right. He is the tech guy. I'm telling you, this man is amazing. We can make an attenuator to put on these radios to where it will cut it down so low it will not pick up radio stations at all.
Is my phone doing?
I got so many names here. I don't know who's who.
This
is the best one right here. It looks like that right there.
Yes, sir. That is a nice, I love it.
Did it say
Ella?
what?
LLANO.
Spanish Y.
Yeah, what?
Llano.
And so he can change the color of that to whatever color we want.
This is the equipment stuff I was writing down.
Yeah.
LNAO. What?
LLANO.
Oh, so it's wide like that and it goes on the camera?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a little bracket piece that sits?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay, cool. Thank you.
LLANO.
It's on Amazon.
Okay. You're right, looking good deal.
Yeah, between me and Brian, we're like CEOs of Amazon because I swear we own half the company.
Which one on Amazon should I get? Because all of these look like they're on stands. Are they cross-compatible in the sense that they can go on your camera and go on a stand?
Yeah, it's got all the hooks up.
I see the bracket on the bottom.
It's got that there for the suction cup. It's also got a couple of brackets that come with it to hook it up too. Like those right there, you just slide into your cameras.
Yeah. Yep. And you don't need an IR at all?
Nope.
We don't even run an IR.
Oh, and let me just confirm one more time. The camera does not have to be IR.
Nope.
Work. Wow.
As long as it's 1080p.
Yeah, it's a 4K camera.
Is this it? Oh, okay, wait. I wonder where our camera is.
I believe that's it. Yeah.
It's in there. You're good.
Yep.
That's what I have, you guys. Isn't that the same thing? No, mine came from yours.
It's a red line, I thought.
You can put different in the side of it, though. You have these different little plastic pieces. You slide down in front of them and changes the light.
That's you still got the link. Put it in the private chat over here.
Let me find it. I'm pretty sure. I'm much as I'm gonna have to look for a minute because I got to order a lot of shit.
It just says Ilano RGB video light 6500K camera light with portable tripod stand.
Yeah.
Brian, does it have the model number on the box?
Yeah, I like model numbers.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Or the instruction manual would have the model number for sure.
It says LED camera fill light. What it says.
Yeah, that's what this says. Model number is
longer.
Let's see.
This is what I've got to get though right here.
And see, the good thing about that light there, even if we're using our IR cameras, we still run that light because the IR is only going to pick up so many feet. That light right there, we can pick up the whole room.
Awesome. I wonder, I was watching the Ghost Hunters, or we were watching the other night. Remember how bright and it was a greenish tint? That's what they were talking about, the greenish tint.
Yeah.
It was like,
that's what this will do.
That's what, I mean, it was just lit up the whole room. And so, perfect.
That's crazy.
I actually asked her, what's her name?
That's what it does.
That's it right there.
That's it. That's exactly it.
That's us at St. Albans in the bowling alley.
Oh, wow. That's what we need, you guys.
That's perfect.
That is absolutely perfect. And we can just use that instead of the little light that you showed me that you got like from Ghost Stock. You can use that instead of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the only light we use now.
Perfect. Because I had put in my card about getting a full spectrum and then some of the other IR lights. But if those will work, that's what we'll start using.
And see, we got a full spectrum cam, but the bad part about a full spectrum cam, you got to have 6 backup batteries for it because it's only going to last 20 minutes in full spec mode.
Oh, really?
Wow. Yeah.
Well, mark that one off the list then. So that's good to know. So you've got that, or he's gonna get the link up there.
Yeah, I need the link because there's too many lights that all look the same.
That would be perfect. So have to buy all these external because the little lights that I have, what, $20 a pop, and then they don't really light up really well. So if this is all you guys use, and that's what we need to get.
But if you go look at the world's largest ghost hunt video we did on YouTube, that's what we were using in there, except for the one that's really dark. That is actual IR from the camera. You can't see nothing.
Okay.
I'm about to put in a private comment, the link on it.
Yeah, private chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't find it on here. I found something that looks like it, but I don't want to get it if it's not the right thing.
Hold
Yeah,
up.
because I've already got my list going here.
That's the wrong one. Hold on a second. Why does it give me that? I don't make any sense. Oh, come on.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was going to take notes here. Our live viewers are probably getting bored down when we're talking about the equipment. But hey, that works. They can learn something new too.
Yep.
That's what it's all about, sharing information, helping everybody out.
It is because, I shared Damani, what is her name, on Ghost Hunters. I'm friends with her. And so I asked her, and of course, she really didn't know exactly what they used to make it so bright. But that's exactly what we need.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't have a designated camera person, you got to just go for it.
I'll put it in the private chat. There we go.
Oh, and also the wireless DVR things you were talking about. But you said you don't even use those anymore, right? Really?
We're going to be using the wireless ones here pretty soon. We're just having to save up to get them because they're a little pricey.
Oh, yeah. I would like to get that link to that too, just to see how much. So at least I'll know for the future.
All right. So just to show you what Brian put in there, so you have any questions, you can see it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
There it is, right there.
Oh, nice. Well, that's not too bad. No more than what the other ones cost.
See if I
And you
can.
can have it by Monday.
Oh, this can be here by Monday. I
love
like.
Hey, you can save 20% too. See that? 20% off.
Yeah.
That's just
You heard Mama Jennifer. She said.
Hey, like I said, I'm unemployed at the moment. I have to look at the discount.
That's right.
Yeah, I like my light.
It's just not a stand, I guess.
He said it comes with a stand, I think.
It's got a little attachments and stuff in there with it when it comes.
Nice.
It's different.
You bought 2 of them, didn't you, B?
I just got one. I like the fact that it comes with a little rubber case on it too. It covers it up. Looks pretty cool too.
Well, you got 2 of them now because I just ordered one.
Okay.
We got another one.
Look, we got a list going here.
Yeah.
I got a list going on this stuff here.
So if you're watching and investigate, make your list.
Yeah.
Thank you for choosing Paratech Laboratories.
Got it.
Exactly.
All right, cool. We found it.
Awesome.
Case
But
closed.
yeah, if y'all have any questions or anything about equipment, feel free to reach out to us anytime. We're here for y'all.
Yeah, I'm going to send over. I'm not sure if Brian and I are friends, around friends on Facebook or whoever. Getting ready to look up everybody and send out a friend request.
We get all that squared away tonight.
Trifield's 186 for the old one.
We're shopping.
Oh yeah, I'm friends with Brian. There we go.
I'm friends with so many people. I'm probably already am, but I just don't even know.
I know, and that's the way. Honestly, that's the way it's getting on mine too. The same way, because I only use mine for paranormal stuff. I don't even use it for like personal That's
Jennifer.
Yeah.
We were watching Ghost Adventures, the Bobby Mackey episode, just because we were talking about it last night.
It's a demon.
Yeah, and I saw he's like, I'm gonna provoke the heck out of it. I'm going to, and I'm like, oh, Zack Fagan. So like, I looked and there was a guy on there, and I think his name was Edward Coates or something, and it had the E like my last name, and I was like, I'm gonna look him up. And you're already friends with him, Jennifer. And I was like, how did she get around so much that this one person, random dude, and he's in Kentucky, which means we're probably related.
He was the one being interviewed for Bobby Mackey's.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like, let me out of here. And he's like, oh, you want out already? Like,
and then that Bishop guy was on there too.
Yeah. Bishop Long.
Yep.
Yeah. He said, you guys are really playing with some dangerous stuff here. Like, that means like, oh.
Hey, what's Alex's name here on Facebook to look him up?
Alexander
Price.
Whoa.
Is that the digital one?
Because I looked up Alex Price and it didn't come up. Alex what?
Alexander Price. He's got it spelled out separate.
But I have to say, Zach on the new season, he's calmed down quite a bit.
Founder, lead researcher at First Line Paranormal. Was that him?
That's him.
He has. Because I watched their newest episode and I was like, all right. He's chill. Honestly, I always liked him. I always thought he was a character. Like, why not, you know?
Back in the day when we first started, I would go on a Zach Bagans mode, but I think I was like 10 times worse than he was.
Brian's favorite thing to do when we go to a location is start up a recorder and lay it down, and he'll walk in there. If there's any spirits here, can I get a, oh, yeah? And I can't tell you how many times we've got on recorder voices saying, oh, yeah.
See, I like that. You know, I feel like you have to have some fun with it, too, because it can get serious at times.
I'll be like, I don't know if this shit's going to work, but, you know, just try it and see.
Yeah, have fun with it. If you're having fun, they're going to have fun. I mean, think about it. If me and Brian standing on the side of the road and y'all come by, me and him was over there laughing, cutting up, having a good time. But these two people are on this side of the road arguing and fussing and fighting. Who are you aimed to stop and speak to first?
That's exactly right.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, them crazy people, you forget that. Let's go have fun with them over here.
That's right.
I want to laugh.
That's our kind of people.
It's like a happy medium of trying to find, like, get the best evidence and also get the best proof of the evidence for viewers so that we could share with everyone else.
And have fun doing it.
Yeah.
Have fun doing it.
Yeah, definitely not be too serious about it because the serious moments will come and they will be.
If you ever watch any of our episodes that we filmed, you will see that we're clowns. And that I believe truly that's why we get the evidence that we get, because we are clowns. I mean, yes, there's times when stuff happens and you see us get serious.
Yeah.
But it don't last long at all because Brian's going to walk in the Green Mile and get everybody laughing again.
Well, also could be a coping mechanism when you're in a really haunted place where you're legitimately scared. So you have to make fun of a little because you're like, I'm alone in this one place, you know.
And sometimes you can be too serious that even blocks. To me, I think you can block from getting any evidence. You know, if you're just too, you got to have some kind of lightheartedness. So yeah, the happy medium, like she was talking about, I think is perfect.
That's me with the dowsing rods that don't ever work for me.
That's just like when we was at St. Albans with David Taylor and Christy Grissom. Me and Christy looked, they had a doorway right there at the front entrance, and behind it, they had a cover hanging over the door. Christy looked back there, and there's a zombie standing there like that right behind it. And she called me over there. She said, look behind that curtain. And I looked back there, and I started laughing. And David come walking around the corner, and Christy's like, David, you know, Christy's sensitive. She's got a lot of mediumship over her. She was like, I don't feel right about that room right there, David. I'm not going in that room. David, you know, I'm the protector, Billy Badass. He opened that curtain and that damn zombie standing there with his hands out. He liked to shit all over himself.
Oh my goodness.
And right after that is when things started picking up. We were in there having fun. Things started picking up.
That's a
We
good.
got the joys of watching David Taylor run out of St. Albans. He was going up this grand staircase, and when he got halfway up, a growl come right at the top of the stairwell. He stopped, and he said something. It growled again. Out the front door David went.
Oh, wow.
Man, Andrew was up on the third floor of the restaurant. Rob, what in the hell's that noise? It's like David just left the building. Like, what?
I walked outside. I said, "Are you all right?" He don't even smoke. Do you got a cigarette?
Yeah, there's some wild things in St. Albans, but maybe we can all get there together. That would be really cool.
Yeah. Well, we're going this coming year. Somehow we're going.
I would like to go back to the battleship too as well.
Well, we're going to do a stellar event at the battleship this year. That's already been decided. David's going to help us with that one. Our Haunted Lives.
Awesome. Yeah, I've been to the battleship too. That's a pretty cool place too. Get lost real easy too.
Also, too, for in July, just maybe somebody that we all probably know has worked with Rob and y'all at the Get Home is going to come by the train depot
and investigate with us live, Mr. Daryl Marston.
Oh, Daryl's coming.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, they got that with a special, I think.
Dead Alive.
Yep. Yep. Daryl's been coming to several of the Get Haunted events, and then him and somebody's doing their own thing, I believe, at the battleship.
Yeah. Well, as far as the viewers that's still hanging in there with us, appreciate you.
Yeah.
The ones that watch later, if you want to learn anything else more about these wonderful people and this wonderful team out of Myrtle Beach, their links are in the description. Check them out, follow them, give them a thumbs up, give them a like. You'll really enjoy their content, and kudos to y'all for being legit. I mean, y'all earned my respect. I love seeing people in the field for the right reason, and y'all are an example of the right reason, and I commend you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us on. It's been, we have learned a lot.
We will be in touch tomorrow with Parafam Authority, so if y'all have got time, we would love to talk to you. A lot of good things coming out of Parafam that I think would really benefit y'all, and I think would benefit us having y'all part of it.
Thank you. So, yeah, just let me know. I know they work. Yeah, I'll be the only one free during tomorrow. So,
Depends on what time, really.
Yeah.
yeah.
We always make time for this stuff.
Yeah. And to
That's
the
why I
people,
was like, what are we doing this weekend, Jennifer? And she's like, we don't have anything planned. I'm like,
I don't have anything this weekend, but we got a couple more weeks. So we have a big location. One of our team members, we're going to have our Halloween party, and we're going to also do an investigation of his offices. So we're going to be going live with that too, and we'll be dressing up. So it's going to be a really cool event too. We're going to have our Halloween party / investigation, see what's going on. That's going to be in Kings Mountain, North Carolina.
awesome. Well, anybody out there interested in the Hamlet Ghost Walk and the investigation of the train depot tomorrow and Saturday, tickets are available at pdregionparanormal.com /PDRP events. There's not many left, but there are tickets left if you want to attend. And if it's sold out, reach out to us. We'll see what we can do. It's going to be a great event, and we're going to have some really cool people there. Our Haunted Lives is going to be there. Hoodoo Lounge Paranormal News is going to be there filming live. It's going to be a great event. We got Luke Horton's going to be here with snacks and refreshments. Everybody from PD Region is going to be there. Some of the Ohio division hopefully will show up and be there. It's just going to be a great event. Anybody that wants to attend, you're more than welcome. Get a ticket. Ghost Walk tickets are not but $5. I mean, come on, $5 really. Wow. And the investigation tickets are $15 per investigation. But if you buy all the tickets, you get everything for $25.
Wow, well, that's good.
So it's going to be a great night, great locations. The Birmingham Drugstore, active place. Hamlet Train Depot, very active place. We love it, and you will too. So if you want to go, head on over. Tickets are for sale until 5 o'clock tomorrow. At 5 o'clock, tickets are cut out.
And also too, if you missed that, you got Encounter Quest in April, which we'll be doing a ghost walk and the same investigation too as well.
Yep, same locations. And we'll be doing the Encounter Quest at the Cole Auditorium. We'll be speaking with Tennessee Rave Chasers Mike and Chris, and a lot of other people's going to be there. And then PD Region's going to lead the Ghost Walk in the investigation. It's going to be another amazing event, and kudos to Encounter Quest for reaching out to us. We appreciate it. Glad to help you. Then you got the Stellar events firing up in February. Go to not Stellar events. Go to parafamentertainment.com/Stellar events and sign your team up for any of the events. You will be streamed on all the platforms, including Roku. We'll get you out there as good as we can, and you also get 30 days of free streaming on all of our platforms after the event for free. So we got a lot of things coming from Parafam and Stellar. Stay tuned. Next week, Brian, who we got?
Encounter Quest.
Next week, we do got Encounter Quest. You're absolutely right. I forgot about that. The actual ones running the Encounter Quest events is going to be on here with us talking about the event in April. So that's going to be a very good show. Anything I'm missing, B?
We might make a special guest appearance to come and say hi to y'all at the train depot.
Please do.
Oh, you should. Yeah, that'd be great.
Absolutely. Definitely come.
Yeah.
Show them what that Paratech equipment's about.
You can show 'em, look what I can do.
That'll work.
We did that. He did that in the world's largest ghost hunt video. He was standing there and he did that little crazy dance and he said, "Look what I can do." And I filmed it. He didn't know I filmed it. So I put it in the world's largest ghost hunt video. And it had like 700 views in 2 hours. So we took that clip out and put it on TikTok. Now our TikTok has blowed up with that video.
That's awesome. We'll definitely check it out.
But be sure everybody goes and checks out Raven Investigators of the Paranormal on Facebook and YouTube. Links is in the description. And if you have any questions for them, I'm sure they don't mind you reaching out to them personally on Facebook as long as you don't be a pervert.
Yep.
Reach out. We need something to do. I mean, kind of don't, but we will. We're books, right?
Just go to TikTok, Jordan, and look up PD Region Paranormal. That video will be the very first one sitting there that says like almost 1,000 views in a couple days. So
Well, half of them just me and Tank.
yeah, we use TikTok for our crazy videos just to make people laugh. That's all it is a bunch of laughing videos.
I enjoyed the ghost hunting, boys. That's pretty good.
Mark said, I am good on Facebook. Mark Dawkins, if I can share anything related to frequencies as I see it, please friend me. Very smart man. I'm telling you, very smart man.
I think I've already sent him a friend request.
She's on top. I would be surprised.
Let me know what you think about it, Jordan.
Oh, it should give me hell at work Monday, probably.
Yeah, and thanks for my router and stuff too. My internet's like awesome now that I upgraded to 1 gig.
If it breaks, you're gonna call.
B?
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit them in the back for just a second. Any last words you got for the people?
Stay classy.
Stay classy. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Y'all, I'm gonna put y'all in the back for just a second.
Okay.
All right, B. Another wonderful show, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome people. And I'm telling y'all, man, go check out Raven Investigators of the Paranormal. Awesome team. And hopefully you'll be seeing them on Parafam Entertainment here coming up pretty soon. That's going to be in the works. We're going to try our best to hook them and reel them on in here. So other than that, we will see y'all next week, 7 p.m. for Paranormal Static, for PD Region Paranormal, Parafam, the phenomenal one, the Reaper. We'll see you next week.